Hello everyone. So in the last video we have seen how these if and else conditions are working using a variable and serial print scenario, right, to make things simple. So there we used a manual variable, right? I mean we assigned the value to the variable manually, right, as 1. So this is printed. We have seen this. So if you want this to be printed, then you again have to go here and manually change this value and re-upload it, right? So this is kind of okay to study, but to do something this is inappropriate, right? It is not okay, right? So is there a way, I'm just asking, okay, to get some understanding on some programming tactics, okay? Is there a way we can switch between these two values, x is equal to 1 to 2, or in other words, in one iteration we print x value is 1, and in the next iteration we print x value is 2, and again in the other iteration we print x value is 1, again 2. Okay, we don't go to this else part, but these two things, shall we do it? Is that possible to change from this to this? Or in other words, in the first iteration let the x be 1, okay, so that this is printed, and in the next iteration I want the x to be changed as 2, so that this is printed in the next iteration. Then again in the next iteration I want the x to be 1, so that it is printed. So I want an outcome something like this, x value is 1 and then x value is 2, okay. Then again x value is, switching, the value is switching from the previous value, from 1 to 2 to 1, okay. X value is 2. So I want this to continue, right? Continuously this should happen, right? So simply, switching the serial printer mean switching the x values from 1 to 2 and then 2 to 1. So first it is 1, then 2, then again 1, then 2. So anyway, we are not capable of finding out which number of iteration it is, whether it is first iteration or second iteration or like that, we can find out, okay. So how we can make sure at the first iteration it is 1, and the next when the next iteration of the white loop is starting, x should be 2 excuse me guys, and next iteration, that means third iteration, when it starts this should be 1, and the next iteration it should be 2, again 1, again 2, but we cannot take count of the iteration. So this is first iteration, second iteration, maybe we are not able to take count, okay guys. So is that requirement clear first to you? If it is not clear, just start the video from the beginning and rewatch it, okay. So now I will continue. So what I can do is, I may not be able to measure what is the number first or second or third, which number is the iteration is, I don't know, but I will know only one thing, whether the current x value is 1 or 2, I will know. Yes or no? I can, if I print the serial print x value, I can know it, right? And I can even compare. So in a particular iteration I will know what is the x value. If the x is 1, this will be printed, otherwise this other one will be printed. So we can even serial print the x value and see what is the value of the x on a particular iteration. Yes or no? Obviously can do, right? That's fine. So since we are assigned the value x as 1, so initially let it be 1, okay, that's totally fine. X as 1, at the first iteration no doubt x will be 1, okay. Then in the second iteration also it is 1, because we never change x value, right? We just compare, okay, we just do some comparison, that's fine. So what I will do is, in the last line, okay, let's say in the first iteration x is 1, okay, x is printed, so I'm thinking, okay, in the next iteration it has to be 2, because I want this to be printed in the next iteration. So what I will do is, after the else and everything, in the last line I will change x value, x is equal to 2. So I already said you, if you can declare only one time a variable, but you can assigning the value, you can do as many as time you want. So first time I am doing the declaration and assignment in one line, and then no matter, as I already said you, any time, okay, how many times, any number of time you can assign the value. So only thing is, when you are reassigning a value again and again, different values, in the memory location the value is being replaced and x name will be there. The value is taken out and the new value is replaced. So you can do any number of time, any value you can assign. Okay, you know that, right? I already explained it. So now we are taking advantage of it. So assigning the value is like telling the variable name and assigning the value, because declaration we have already done. See, int x is done. Okay, you get the point, right, guys? So anyway, I make it 2. So now I am happy. Okay, at the end of the first iteration I make it 2. So now in the next iteration, that's correct, x value is 2 will be printed. But the problem is what? Okay, that's fine, second iteration is finished, you can print the x value is 2. But what about the third value? Do we again we have to make the x is equal to 1, right? You see this, guys? We again have to make the x value to be 1 to this to be printed. But now there is no other way to make the x value as 1. See this? Because here only we have the x value to be 1. But this code, once it passes the void setup and get into the void loop, will never go here. It will rotate within this void loop only. Okay. So how I can make it back to 1? Second iteration it has to be here. In the third iteration it has to become 1. You understand? So how you can do it? Can you do like this? Reassign x is equal to 1. Then what's the problem? Even in the after first iteration you are making it 2. Even when the second iteration starting, it is again 1. So again this will be printed. There's no point. So you cannot have it here. So how I can change it in a proper way? Okay. What if I tell you a small tactic or a strategy? Okay. What I will do is, because I don't know the which number, if I know which number this iteration is, then I can think such a solution. I don't know which number I am into, okay, which number of iteration, but I can know what is the current x value. Okay, guys, see this. Okay, so what I will do is, I will do like this. If, okay, let's say this if and everything is printing is finished, and we come to the last line. Okay, and I will see, okay, if the current x value is 1, that means if this is printed now I will change it to 2. So what I will do is, I will write another if condition. Okay, not related to this if condition, there is no connection, right? New if condition. Okay, you can write any number of if condition, guys. I will write a new if condition for this check. I will say if x is equal to 1. Now I have to do what I have to do, because I have already done whatever should be done in the for 1 value. Okay, now I am supposed to switch. So if x is equal to 1, I am saying please make the x to be 2. See, I reassign the value to be 2. Okay, wait, this is fine. And also what I have to tell, okay, that's fine. So if x is equal to 1, I reassign the value to 2. Okay, guys, wait, that's fine. Now this is fine. If x is equal to 1 only, I reassign. Okay, if x is equal to 2, what should I do? Okay, that's fine. Let's come to that point. So now 2 is assigned, so we come here in the next iteration and we display this value. Okay, now this is done and we come to this line and see x is equal to 1. No, x is not equal to 1, x is 2. But now what I have to do, I have to reassign to 1, then only in the next iteration this will be printed. So what I will do is, I will write else if. Okay, that means this else if is connected with this if condition. Else if x is equal to 2, reassign to 1. Okay, so now what will happen? X value is 2, so we will do whatever related to this first if condition, and we will come to the next if else scenario and see x is equal to 1. No, x is 2, so this is false, so we will come and check this is true, and we will make the x 1 again. We will finish this else if scenario, we will come here and we will again start. When we are starting, what's the x value? 1, so this will be printed. Okay, then all these things will be skipped and we again come and check here, x is equal to 1, true, so x becomes 2, we make the x to be 2. Again this else if is connected with this if, so since this is true, we skip this else if and we will again restart the iteration from here. Okay, so you can see at every iteration x is changed from 1 to 2 and 2 to 1. If x is 1, it will be changed to 2. If x is 2, it will be changed to 1. After whatever is supposed to be happen, then the changing will be happening, guys, switching will be happening. So guys, I will continue in the next video. Follow me up in the next video, guys.